Losing belly fat is a common goal for many of us, regardless of whether we're dealing with a stubborn beer belly or just a bit of extra weight around the midsection. Having a slimmer waistline not only improves our appearance, but also contributes to our overall health and confidence. However, shedding belly fat can often feel like an uphill battle, with every inch lost requiring significant effort, and it's frustrating to see fat return quickly the minute you slip up on your diet. So today I'm here to share actionable tips to help you finally start losing that stubborn belly fat and achieve lasting results. And the first tip is to combine fasting with single-ingredient foods such as foods that either grow out of the ground or walk on the ground. This is especially for those who don't want to monitor calories, obsess over meal planning, or want a really basic, easy strategy to start burning off that extra belly fat immediately. You eat just 1 or 2 meals a day, and you fill those meals with single-ingredient natural foods, which are typically found outside the store in their original form, rather than in a cute little box within the inner aisles of the grocery store. And that's it. Through this strategy, you can eat until you're satisfied without worrying about consuming too much food, because real natural foods are low in calories and highly filling, and as a result, your stomach will naturally begin to feel full after consuming very few calories. And when you fill up your stomach with such foods only once or twice a day, you will end up with a significant calorie deficit, forcing your body to use fat stores for energy, including the fat in your stomach. The only drawback is that it might take some time getting used to skipping breakfast or waiting until dinner if you only have 1 or 2 meals a day. However, after 1 or 2 weeks of fasting, your body will adapt to this by adjusting its hunger patterns and even the timing of when it releases satiety hormones leptin and hunger hormones ghrelin. This brings me to my second tip, that is, you need to prioritize protein intake if you want this type of diet, or nearly any other calorie deficit plan, to be as effective as possible for fat loss. Therefore, you need to eat single-ingredient foods high in protein such as chicken breast, ground beef, steak, salmon, ground turkey, shrimp, tuna, eggs, and Greek yogurt. And if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you can also choose foods like black bean pasta and tofu, which are both extremely high in protein without containing any animal products. You need to prioritize protein first because protein is very filling and fits into our first goal of satisfying your hunger without consuming too many calories. And protein is ideal for this because not only it is very filling, it requires more calories to digest too. This is known as the thermic effect of foods. Protein has 20 to 35% higher thermic effect compared to 5 to 15% of carbs and fats, which means 20 to 35% of the calories you consume through protein will be used up in the process of digesting the nutrient. Moreover, consuming at least 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight each day can also help you build and maintain muscle. And the next tip is to plan your workouts so that they focus more on muscle growth than fat loss. While it may seem paradoxical, the tissues in your muscles are more metabolically active and need a significant amount of energy to sustain. As a result, your body is forced to burn more calories even when at rest. Therefore, you should be incorporating strength-based exercises such as squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups, and rows for an average of 6 to 10 repetitions per set, with the aim of gradually increasing the weight. When you do this again and again, your muscle fibers undergo micro tears that repair themselves to be bigger and stronger as you rest. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, which requires energy and raises your metabolic rate so that you burn more calories even after you stop exercising. Moreover, increased muscle mass can improve glucose management and insulin sensitivity, which can reduce fat storage. A lot of people don't realize this, but muscles actually help you maintain a slim physique, and having weak and underdeveloped muscles makes it much more difficult for you to lose belly fat. When you lift weights, your muscles use up stored glycogen to provide them energy to contract and work. Then, when you eat carbohydrates, such as fruits, the glucose from them can be restored within these glycogen-depleted muscles. However, if you have poor insulin sensitivity, you are more inclined to store excess carbs as fat. Hence, you can eat more carbs by building more muscle without having to worry about excess carbs being stored as fat. Therefore, rather than solely relying on cardio for fat loss, prioritize strength training for a more sustainable approach to lose belly fat. So far, we have not talked much about fats and carbs, which are essential parts of your diet, especially if you are trying to lose fat. Firstly, you do not have to worry about the fat content in protein sources like steak and salmon. Just factor them into your daily protein intake goal. The fats that we are referring to are the butter and oils that add flavor to your meals and are also very caloric dense, so you have to be mindful of the portion size. Just add enough for the meals to actually taste good, roughly around 1 to 3 tablespoons in the form of butter, coconut oil, olive oil, or avocado oil should be fine within one meal. Mix them with your preferred seasonings and veggies to make tasty high vegetable, high protein-based meals. As for carbohydrates, you should be aware that starchy carbs like potatoes, bread, rice, pasta, and cereals are more easy to overeat than vegetables, protein, and fruits. For this reason, try to keep your daily intake of starchy carbohydrates to no more than 1 or 2 servings as a general rule. You can add some rice to a vegetable stir-fry, which will make it even more tasty, which can help you in staying consistent, making it more than worth it. Moreover, when paired with weight training, the majority of those carbohydrates will be stored as glycogen in your muscles rather than as fat. As a result, they will be used up during your workout sessions, enabling you to restock your glycogen levels. Finally, the last and most crucial tip is to control your stress levels and to make sure you get adequate sleep. Stress and sleep are two things that are commonly overlooked when it comes to burning belly fat, but scientific study has shown exactly how detrimental these things can be to the process. The metabolic functions of your body are closely linked with sleep. Hormonal balance can be upset by irregular sleep habits or insufficient sleep, which can cause variations in the hormones that control hunger, such as ghrelin and leptin. This disruption frequently leads to less self-control and a rise in appetites for foods high in calories. On the other hand, chronic stress, which is often associated with inadequate sleep, causes an elevated level of the stress hormone cortisol, which stimulates the storage of fat, especially around the abdominal region. In addition, high cortisol levels are linked to inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which are important factors in the growth and accumulation of belly fat. It has been shown that including stress reduction techniques like meditation, even for just 5 to 10 minutes per day, drastically reduces stress levels. To maximize the quality of your sleep, you should create a regular sleep routine that involves going to bed and waking up at the same times every day and minimizing light and noise interruptions. Try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to help with fat burning and muscle building. So that's about all for today's video. Keep in mind that in this video I'm aiming to provide you guys with the simplest, most doable techniques so you can start burning belly fat without giving it much thought at all. This is by no means the exclusive method available. You can burn fat eating even 6 meals a day, or by following any dieting preference such as keto, vegetarian, carnivore diet, or carb cycling. There are lots of effective strategies that work, but the basic concept of establishing a calorie deficit and giving healthy organic foods a priority are the same for all strategies. And also, try to stay hydrated because drinking plenty of water can help control hunger and cravings, especially if you are fasting. And make sure you follow these strategies in your fat loss plan to achieve results faster. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found this video useful, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos.